Hey, hello everyone. My name is Bruno. I'm part of the Cloud Advocate teams in the .NET team, and I want to show you something super cool that we built using Visual Studio with agentmode. So what we have here is a space game, a console space games that is very, very simple. It's literally one of the best and simplest idea that we can build. Let's start the game, and what I have here is a small ship in the bottom. I have some enemies on the top, and when I press my space, I will start try to basically avoid my enemies and win the game. What is cool here is that in order to build this game, we did something very cool. We created a big, massive prompt that we drop into Visual Studio 2022, and this prompt explains what we want to do. We will to build a modular, figure-free, color render console game. We start to also add some responsibilities for each one of the classes, program file, start screen, and more, how to play. We also have here the game manager. Here, what we did, as this is kind of also a very cool feature, is that the game is going to allow us to be played also by an AI. So if I start the game, I can pressing my keys, or if I press A, what is going to happen is that an AI mode is going to be activated, and each one of the frames is going to be sent to an AI mode in the cloud, in Azure AI Foundry, and we are going to be able to get the action from AI mode. If we go here and start to take a look at the implementation of this, we are going to see that what we sent to the cloud is one frame. This is literally what the cloud is receiving. They are receiving a big text with the representation of the game right now with the frame. However, when I start to talk with people who really knows about games, they give me a very good idea. They suggest me to, hey, instead of sending just one frame, how about if you send the last 3 frames of the game? So we can send the current frame and the previous 2. In that way, the AI model will be able to analyze and define, oh, this enemy ship is moving this direction. Oh, we have this fire moving here and there. Then the main character is moving from here and there, and is going to be able to take an action. It's going to be able to define the action. We have a huge prompt in this class that basically explain that, hey, you're a video game expert, you are playing this game, you can move left, right, or stop, you can fire, let's define the next action. But let's use a prompt like this one, where we are going to ask Visual Studio, GitHub Copilot in agent mode to update the game to not only use the current frame, also use the 2 previous one, and update the classes, interfaces, the front end, the back end, and more. So let's give it a try in Visual Studio. I am going to go to Visual Studio, go to GitHub Copilot, go to the chat, paste my big prompt, and run this in agent mode, and I'm going to use GPT-4.1. Okay, Copilot suggested a lot of changes. Change the interfaces, change the backend, change the front end. We can see here that even change the prompt to work with 3 frames. So let's keep the changes and let's give it a try. We have the intro screen, we have everything here already. Let's start to play, and I am going to press my letter A, and it's going to start to run in AI mode. Seems to work, should be a little more intelligent. I don't know how to test this, but literally right now, if we go back to the code and we stop here the control, we are going to see that we are receiving the 3 frames here. Let's picking up frame number 3, and the full analysis of the scenario is going to be used during this frame, which is kind of cool because in one shot, the agent changed the logic to do with the AI, the front end, the prompt, and more. And it even implements some logic to store in memory the latest frames in the string for this, which is super nice and super cool. I hope you like it. Visual Studio, GitHub Copilot in agent mode is amazing, and give it a try. It will help you to not only do new stuff, but also learn, give it some changes and more. Give it a try. Let us know how do you feel about this, and see you next one.